Hi guys, Bullhorn Betty here. So for those that know me, know that I covered the case of Quinton Simon and Leilani Simon. Of course, there's other characters like Billy Joe and Bubba Moss and other people like Danny that were also associated or affiliated with this particular case. For those of my audience that are not familiar with this particular case, this is related to a 20-month-old named Quinton Simon that disappeared in Chatham County, Savannah, Georgia. So I decided to take a trip up there, and I ended up meeting Dolly Vision as well as other creators up there.
So hello YouTube, as you see behind me, this is Quinton Simon's home. This is where Quinton Simon disappeared from several days ago. He has not been seen. We just found out from a news report right here in Savannah, Georgia, that law enforcement has found new evidence. New evidence can be a number of things, from information related to the disappearance, it could be digital evidence, it could be a number of things, text messages, phone calls, the tracking services we have on Google and other places. They believe that there is something that definitely happened here. We watched just the other day them tape up the windows. I am confident that they did luminol testing inside this very home. We also found out Daniel, the boyfriend to Leilani, the stepfather, so to speak, for Quinton Simon, is no longer staying at this residence. He is actually now in Atlanta, Georgia. I was hopeful to see some media out here because I do anticipate somebody being arrested in the near future. That's why I'm here. So hey guys, we are back out here. We got some Bullhorn Betty fans right behind us, and they are media. Yes, media knew I was coming out here. They have been following me. They've been talking about me. Saw a person that sat next to me at Gabby Petito's for 5 weeks. So definitely interesting. We are out here right now at Quinton Simon home. We're referring to him as Baby Q. We got notification that law enforcement's back out here with the dogs, and we do have some media out here. So I'm not sure what quite I'm going to be doing out here today. If anything, what I can tell you is that we are definitely out here monitoring the situation. I did bring the bullhorn. We may be kicking it up here in a little bit, not quite sure. We'll see what goes on today.
To cover the case of Quinton Simon. And when we arrived on scene at that time, Leilani was not named a suspect in the case. I can't remember if it was later that day or the next day that law enforcement came out and stated that not only was she the primary suspect in the case, that they believed that she killed her son and disposed of her son through a trash bin. And they were now out in the landfill searching for Quinton Simon. We went out there. I was out there for over a month. And while I was there, I talked to many people. Many people would pull up and pull over to the side of the road to tell me the story about this family, or about an event, or about something that happened with the children. So we learned very early on that this was something that everybody knew about, that she was abusive to these children, that she was neglectful to these children. And then we find out that she was on double probation and could not pass a drug test, yet she was still not arrested and still able to sleep in her own bed for well over a month after being accused of killing her son and throwing him away like trash. Well, earlier today, I just dropped a video, I want to say within the last half hour, that related to Brett Buffington's post with SWV or WSAV news organization, a local news organization out there in Chatham County. And he stated that the FBI confirmed with him that Quinton Simon's remains are now being moved to GBI. I actually reached out to GBI to confirm whether they have received the remains of Quinton Simon. Here is the conversation and how it went. for you to get me a hold of your media person, somebody to speak to about the Quinton Simon case, and who would be able to confirm whether your office has received the remains of Quinton Simon?
Hold on for just 1 second.
Sure.
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to transfer you to our open records, okay?
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hold the line. Have a great day. What records I can help you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Andrea Griffin. I'm with the BULLHORNBETTY channel, and I'm trying to find somebody that can confirm with me whether GBI has received the remains of Quinton Simon from the FBI. The FBI stated that they had released the remains to GBI, and I just wanted to confirm that you guys did receive them.
You can submit an open record request to our email. We'll be happy to research that for you.
Okay, and what's that email? Do you have a public information officer?
That would be the public affairs department, but I can give you our email address.
Okay, what's your email address?
openrecords.ga.gov.
Okay. Now, is records with an S open records too, or is it just open record?
Yes.
Okay, open records too. Okay, perfect. And can you get me over to your public affairs office, or do I need to call back?
Thank you for calling the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Headquartered just outside Atlanta, the GBI assists Georgia's law enforcement community with criminal justice investigations, forensic testing of evidence, and the dissemination of vital criminal justice information. The agency consists The mailbox of the person you are calling is currently full and cannot accept new messages. Please try your call again later. Thank you.
All right. Well, the email it is. The email it is, folks. The email it is. As you see, BULLHORNBETTY got nowhere, okay? The public information officer or the public affairs, media relations, voicemail is full, and I believe it's because there's a lot of people like me calling from the media asking if they have or if they can confirm receipt of those remains. So I did get an email to email them for a statement, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little more research here and see if I can get out a few more emails, maybe for higher up the food chain, to get a more professional response from GBI. But we'll see. I will keep you guys updated. Don't forget to stay tuned to the BULLHORNBETTY channel for all your updates on Quinton Simon and Leilani. God bless each and every one of you, and until next time, please be safe and kind to one another.